$90 something a month it was running.
So it's going up like $100 for DSL?
It's
I would assume so.
$39 a month.
$39 plus the taxes more a month
Right.
for the
Why is it so
internet.
much?
Why is what high?
Why
It's like
is the
$100
budget
over.
so high?
well,
It's not just the one line in there, it's including the elevator lines.
Oh,
It's not
The
one
o-
line.
the only
that's why.
difference is the bill that you're talking about, 500.
no, I took that out.
That was an incorrect bill,
I went back after we talked,
right?
and I did this on $400 a month.
So for the DSL line a
That's still
month,
high.
it's $100?
Well,
It's still high.
until I see more.
It should be about 290 plus 4.
It's what we're talking about. We're talking about. We may be talking about $1,000. So $1,000 in the big scheme of things, we got bigger problems.
We got bigger fish to fry.
So sewer. I kept it at 15 point whatever it was, and I used the number $2,607 a month. That's what it's been averaging us. It may go up or down based on their occupancy, which is unfortunate, but that's what happens. So I think that's a good number, and just based on the past 4 or 5 months that we paid, I use that as the average. Water, I went up a little high on water because of what the bills have been showing. I went to $2,700 a month. That may be a little high, but it's going to give us a little cushion if we keep it that way. Okay, so here's the bottom line. Last year, these were our actuals. This year, I'm proposing $424. And remember, we've got 2 major things that really push that up.
$70,000 in legal fees.
$70,000 in legal fees, and then the 20, whatever it was. Yeah,
Bring it back on.
I can't remember exactly what it was. No.
Bring it back to management?
Oh,
No. Well,
No, you
that
got 22.
was in last year, so that's not a big significant change. The difference is in that budget deficit transfer that I proposed.
Well, you have, if you take out the $70,000 right there for
Yeah.
legal fees, you're talking about $10,000 difference.
So,
And did we pay sewer last year at all?
yeah, we did. We
For a
paid
few
the
months.
last 3 or 4 months. 4 months, I
So
think.
you can, is that a year figure and then a year figure?
Yeah. You mean the sewer
Yeah.
figure? The sewer figure was last year's, what we paid. Because
Right.
remember, we weren't paying.
That's what I'm saying, we didn't.
But this year, we're going to continue to pay until, we get this thing. If we get it settled this year, we get it settled. If we don't, we continue to pay. So, and that's what's fair.
It should be.
And that's what we should do.
Should have done it all the time.
Now, that gets us to the income part. Here's what we had in income last year. And remember, I'm not sure if this number is real, because we've got owners that owe us money.
Why?
Haven't paid maintenance.
They haven't paid maintenance. We got $10,000 outstanding from last year's maintenance, and we got $10,000 outstanding, a little over, outstanding to date on maintenance.
now we're closing that gap at sales too.
Because people who are selling their units are having to come up with that money out
Right.
of escrow.
An escrow, and
But
we're getting those at the...
In a snapshot,
The people who owe the most money are not the people who are selling.
We're $20,000 short in operating because of it.
The
That's
people,
the bottom line.
the people who owe the largest chunks of money are not the ones who are selling, though.
Yeah, and that's the problem. Like 602. Stopped paying last year. Penthouse 2, obviously. Now Penthouse 2 has come around with $10,000 to at least offset the $20,000 that they owe, but they're still accumulating maintenance fees. And we've got several people that have not paid all year.
You got like another special assessment.
Why is
Not to
that?
mention
There
interest.
should be
Well,
something that,
That is one of our problems.
They rent the unit out and they don't think they have to pay because the unit's not rented.
So bottom line, I kept these figures in here. Interest, I figured we're going to earn interest because we have a bigger balance than we normally carry because of the special assessment. Late fees, we're going to be collecting those. Laundry, I wanted to keep it consistent with what we had last year. Sales, I kept everything close, and I even threw in some rental on docks, even though I think we.
Docks will be out there next month?
Yeah, and I'm hopefully
I believe we put $7,000.
Yeah, I think. I
That's
wanted
if
to be
you
a-
rent them 12
I wanted to be
months.
a little conservative on that, but
You don't have an adapter? Plug in?
I do have something I can plug in, but I don't have a multi.
You don't have a multi-cast.
So anyway, that's the bottom line. Oh, I went ahead and totaled the special assessment. To date, we've collected $502,000. I mean, to the 15th. If we've gotten any in since the 15th, then that's not accounted for here, which left almost 94,000 outstanding at this point. That's not good.
What are you going to do about that?
Well, we've got them with the attorneys, and I'm sorry this is so small, but that's the way it is. We've got those. They've all been sent to the attorneys, and I think they've all been sent letters. And
the second round is going out again right now, and we are getting some payments on some of them.
It just takes time to collect.
here is the bottom line.
Huh?
A lot of time.
Well, yeah, you know, it's really bad that, you know, a person can go behind for,
Yeah,
you know,
and
1 month, and it will take you almost
And
a
the
year to collect
responsible-
it.
And the responsible people here have to make up for the difference.
Well,
Yeah,
that's-
exactly.
therein
We're all
lies our
interdependent.
problems. This is the proposed maintenance fee in this kind of schedule that we've done before, where we have all the special, the reserve account line items over here, and it's hard to see, I know, because it's so small, but basically you got air conditioning, and you got concrete restoration, and dock, and electrical, and elevator, and fire alarm, and irrigation, and landscaping, and seawall, and all that. And what that does is we get an estimate on what it costs to replace or do each one of those things, and then the lifespan. And then we reduce it each year, the lifespan, obviously, and it gives us an idea of what we should be funding. And unfortunately, we ain't gonna fund this, I can tell you that right now. But bottom line is you got new air conditioners.
No,
so
and it's sad too, because, you know, I got turned down on a mortgage one time because we choose to fund our repair projects by special assessments rather than, you know, reserves. And they look at our building right now like it's financially unsound in a soft market.
that
It is
Well, it is
financially
financially
unsound.
we got.
Yeah, but look how many,
It's really
it wouldn't have been.
It's really unfortunate that we're in this situation, but we've got to, and I know, I mean, people are strapped, but
You got a lot of people that have bought units in the last 2 years, paid $180,000 for a 1-bedroom, and it's worth $150. And now you're asking them to come up with 20 grand in assessments. It's pretty hard when you're 50,000 in the hole.
Yeah, but you know what?
But maybe.
But here's
When
the
you
problem.
buy a unit, you look at the financial situation of it.
Here's
You look at
the-
the financial situation, you request the financials, and if you don't like the financials, you don't buy.
Here's the real
You know, you don't
problem.
just buy a unit going, hey, listen, I want to live on the water, and I don't care.
The real problem is that we've neglected the building way too long, and that is why we're in the situation we're in.
Not to
Because
mention the market, it's not all the building. A lot of it is the building, a lot of it's the market.
But you've got some long-time owners here that have taken advantage of very low maintenance for a long period of time.
Correct.
And
But we
nobody
also-
passed special assessments to cover these things in the past.
Or
And now we're in a
reserves.
situation
There were
where
special assessments to cover.
Yeah, but they weren't funding reserves every
They
month.
weren't funding the reserves.
And there were not proper categories in the reserves either. Like, every item over $10,000 is required by law to have a reserve category, and it never, ever did.
The other thing too is that I think the one thing that we have on our side as the market increases too with our values is that we have water. And that's the one God-saving grace here that is going to help keep our
Maintain value.
property valuable.
Somewhat, but this building has always been undervalued because it has been a significant risk, because
Right,
we
but
always
now-
choose to
now that
fund
we're
it
doing
this
all
way.
these things.
well, we're not doing these right now.
That would be next year.
Unfortunately-
We did the air conditioners.
No, I'm saying because of the special assessment last year, which was a big hit,
We're still not funding reserves, and
we
we're out of
still
money.
haven't fully funded that. We still got 94,000 outstanding at this point. It's just a stretch to really try to hit people again for more money, because remember, I've got a 3-year. I had a 3-year plan laid out when we presented this last year. This year was going to be concrete restoration and painting.
Oh, this year.
This year, but we don't even know what concrete restoration is going to